Because I know some people are not down with it.
Right being on the film today, man. He got his hair cut.
Last time he wasn't happy about it.
Oh, he wasn't?
No. So I wanted to.
Oh, he must have seen Scotty. I'm trying to see Scotty.
I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, with the drugs and the mentally ill, man, it's like really bad, man. It's like for guys like me, I'm a minority. And you know what I'm saying? Out of all the people out here that's got some kind of mental capacity that that can think and do things, and it's a trip, man. It's even hard on me because I got a disability and they give me problems about getting my stuff. And then I'm seeing people that clearly shouldn't have money. Clearly should not be in charge of no money. Give it to them and droves.
So the bigger the disability, the easier it is. The bigger the mental disability, the easier it is to get funds. Yeah. At the same time, your mind is not functioning in the capacity where you know how to make those funds be assets to you.
Yeah, perfect example. Like the guy just spoke by. You get a check, you take 200 homeless to dinner. Now, the next day, he had the food line.
Yeah. That's something that you really don't think about that much. It's like taking a man who's blind and handing him a book and telling another guy, you got to go through a long process to get a book and have 20/20 vision.
You know, I work. I mean, some of these guys. I mean, then you got the people that abuse the system. So it's like, it's kind of bad, man. It's just that, my daughters and my mom and my people pray for me, I guess, and they say prayer work, man. And keep me sane all these years, man, out here, man. Doing these drugs and all this other stuff. Which I'm cool now. Smoke my weed, I'm cool.
It's funny how I've been knowing this guy for a long time.
Yeah, he was up under me. We was in prison.
Met in prison.
You know, and I was like our rep for our building.
Yeah.
For the blacks. And at the time, this was a brand new yard.
Yeah.
So you could just, if you're familiar with that type of environment. You hold the car up to the police get in? So,
welcome to YouTube.
Until that yard get established, there's a power struggle. But back then, it was even more so because you had the Northerns, you had the Southerns, and they were just getting together. They were just really banding together. South Side, remember that?
Yeah.
So, but you had the Bloods and the Crips, and we were at each other more so than anything. But then we get on them yards, them 3 yards, these dudes got prison is good, it's safe haven for them. For some of them because they got SOYs, they keep them apart, all this stuff. They do dirt.
Back then, you didn't even really have all that.
You didn't have none of that.
This was in like 1989, 1988.
No, that was before that. That was like 1987.
When we was together, that was 88.
88.
That was 88. And he used to do everybody's hair in the building, in the yard. He was a Jerry. He had a Jerry curl down
there. My Jerry curl down here.
Wow.
That's a trip, huh?
Yeah.
White folks and Negroes took my hair out.
We came a long way, you know what I mean? And we've been in prison together. We've been on these streets together. We've been, loaded and sober together. We've been in every capacity, you know what I mean? And,
it's like he gets sober and I'll start using. I'll stop using and he'll be using. Then we both will start be using. And then he'll stop, then I'll stop, but it's a cycle because, it's like you be trying to do something and then you hit all these roadblocks. Everywhere you go it's a roadblock. Or what they give you it don't justify what you're really trying to do. You know what I'm saying? You figure like this. To get a place in Hollywood right now, you need at least an income of $2,100. You gotta have 3 times the rent. You know what I'm saying? So that's at $700. Okay, but you ain't gonna find no place in Hollywood too much for $700. So now that puts you downtown. So that puts you back in the element that you're trying to get out of. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they saying they're helping you, but actually they're not. All they're doing is just stacking the books.
Yeah.
Because anybody, I mean, they've been running this country for over what, 200, 400 years.
Say no to
Yeah, they know what they're doing. You know, they have think tanks, they have all, they knew what crack was gonna do before they put it out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I know a lady that went at the Rand Corporation told me and Ted Hayes, we started the Home for the Justiceville Home for the Homeless. And back in the 80s, and I was the treasurer. That before I went to bed. That's why I come in bed.
Yeah.
And you know, we doing a lot of things, you know, and I was, you know, I'm ganged up. You know, I mean, I'm full-fledged, you know, and I got to go talk to the chambers of commerce and stuff like that. They didn't know I was, they looked at me and seen one thing, and when I spoke, they seen, oh, okay, he kind of sharp.
Yeah,
you know, he just stuck in this thing, you know, and a lot of them try to help me, but I got pulled in other directions, you know. And, you know, it was a trip though, man. It's like, for them to know so much, man, they doing so little, man. They doing so little, man. You go, matter of fact, you go in that library right now, and you can just, you ain't gotta know it. You just look and see who's mentally ill. You know what I'm saying? You can just look and see who's mentally ill.
And it will drive you crazy, man. It will drive you crazy because you feel like you in a prison where there's no way out.
Yeah, there's no way out.
And I can honestly say I tried all kind of avenues to find my way out. And I gotta admit and confess the only thing that worked for me is seeking out a relationship with God, bro.
That's what it is. You know,
seeking out a relationship with God and depending on Him to give me the ability to walk out of situations that are unhealthy for me and it's going to send me in situations that's going to defeat anything that I may want to do in my life.
Yeah. And then you got a cool family support system. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, a lot of you know, I don't have no family out here. None. You know, so you know, whatever I do, I live off the fruit of the land.
Yeah.
You know, or my wits. You know what I'm saying? But so far, I've been pretty cool. I mean, even on my worst days, it's better than some people's best days.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's rich. You know, I see some miserable rich people. You know, and I see some happy poor people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We're in California, man. This is the land of golden diamonds. Don't get no better than that. But there's a lot to be desired. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like it's made for people it's made for people that has money. You know, as you see, everything is going to play. This is Art LeBeau's studio.
Nice.
Tore it down.
You guys have a good one.
When we first started running around in Hollywood, this used to be a hotel. This was the only black-owned hotel. You know what I'm saying? It got in Hollywood, period. And it was drug infested. They had some murders. They shut it down. There hasn't been another black-owned hotel since then. You know what I'm saying? I seen it go from Asians to Indians, whatever it's now. You know what I'm saying? But you don't see no African American, nothing.
Sometimes it seems like it's like, even if when you decide to apply yourself and go to school or put yourself in a better environment, it seems like the goal you're trying to reach is so far from where you're at. It seems like you just can't arrive there, you know what I mean? It's like
if you ain't got no family support,
if you ain't got no support,
friends, no real
some kind of support to help you make that transition.
That transition, I mean, it's sober ain't nothing. I mean, it's staying sober.
Yeah, that's the issue.
You know, it's just like being rich. It's staying rich. You know, anybody. You know what I'm saying? It's staying rich. That's the problem. You know, and if you don't have nobody to teach you what to do with money, or how to manage it, or how to invest it,
only
and
gonna
stuff
be
like
for a
that.
season.
It's only, you know, like they said, food is money is so important. You're gonna be constantly spending. So it's dwindling. You know what I'm saying? So for a person that don't have anything, and they get something, and you know, and then GR, $221. If you have a drug case, anytime you have a sale, it could be 20 years, it could be 100 years ago. The law said they can't give you food stamps. So now you got to spend $221. You got